I'm going to try and share a little light into what a giant he was and what he accomplished. Part of the testimony of who he was and what he achieved is sitting in this room right over here. Look to your right, look to your left, look in front of you, look behind you. From every part of the world almost, and every part of Yiddishkeit, and every part of Yidden, those that come with the up hats and the down hats and the round hats and the square hats, and with the glasses and the round glasses, they all came with a black yarmulke, a red yarmulke, a blue yarmulke, any kind of thing, whoever you were. My father had a way to try and help them, interact with them. It was a kippah saruga, a kippah this, a kippah that, with a fade, without a fade. It didn't matter. Every yid was important to him. And it didn't matter your age. I have a friend in New York. His name is Yossi. He has a glasses store. Those who know, those who don't know, don't really know. However, Yossi is a very he's a good person. He's a great Yossi. My brother knows Yossi. And my father met Yossi through my brother and myself. And I went to meet Yossi in the store one time. He tells me, your father came in from London, and your father sat in my store for half an hour, 40 minutes. I said, and what happened? He said, so he said, your father came to talk to me like he hadn't seen me in 35 years and he remembers me from yeshiva. I said, so how long does he know you? He said, I don't even know. He only knows me through you and your brother. And that was part of who my father was. If there was someone that needed the ear to listen to, or someone that needed him to speak to, or someone that needed help, that's where he was. So I had someone call me up probably somewhere around right before Rosh Hashanah, Tashim Pei, in the middle of the year, and he's from London, and he tells me, I had a very hard time trying to call you or write to you and say something to you. I said, why? It's mitzvah, and yeshiva, he didn't have time, whatever the story was, but he himself had a very hard time. So what happened? My father was involved with the Gemach, as many of you knew, or don't know, now you know. And he worked very hard to make sure everyone who needed a loan could get a loan. And if the Gemach needed money, to go collect money. And if the checks needed to be deposited in the bank, to put the checks in the bank. And keep a cheshbon, make sure everyone was taken care of. And the Gemach had for Pesach, extra money to give away for them. And Yom Tov, more money again. And during the year, if someone made a simcha, had difficulty, they were stuck. So this person tells me, he came to the Gemach, and he came to my father to say he's going to come to the Gemach and ask for me. The Gemach over here had a policy, my father told me many years ago, that before you come to the Gemach, and go ask people to be your guarantor. Come to the Gemach, check that the guarantors are valuable, they're reliable, the Gemach accept those people to be guarantors. Make sure they're vetted properly, then go to the people, get your guarantee, and then come back to the Gemach if you can name your name. So this person came to the Gemach, he had the guarantors, and for whatever reason, if you can't hear me, I'll speak a little louder. For whatever reason, the Gemach didn't approve his loan. He tells me that's not where the story ended. Father had access to money, or people, money, or one or both or all above, I don't know, or his own Gemach, that I don't know, I'm not even sure about. And my father gave this person a Gemach. He tells me that's not where the story finished. What happened? He says for every check that my father had to deposit for this younger man, he called him the day before to check with him if it was good and if okay, they can deposit the check. If a yid needed a gemach means he didn't have enough money to make it through every month and he needed a little help. So that's what the gemach is for. say it in davening, we say it every day. And the Yid never, maybe he was struggling. So if he's struggling, don't make him struggle more. I look around the room, I see my Melamdim, Rabbi Duna, my dear uncle, my cousins, Shalom, Nassim, Surali, all of you. I think it's a bit of a chutz of me to talk, but somebody has to talk, so they gave me who had the biggest chutzpah to talk, they gave it to me. So I want to say, I'm honored to stand here and represent my mother, Sein Gesund. To have this chus, such a huge mitzvah. I'm very thirsty today, I don't know why. And represent the family, represent my mother, and to have the opportunity to share with all of you. Some of us couldn't travel here. Some of my nephews, my nieces, for other reasons, couldn't make it. Some Enikos couldn't make it. Some Enikos couldn't make it. Some brother-in-laws and brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews all couldn't make it. But those that did come, thank you very much for coming. My father had a very lot of Hakaras HaToiv. My father had a very lot of Hachnosas Sefer Torah. I want to tell you another story. I have many more stories, which I do. You're my captive audience. And one small story on Shavuos many years ago. My father kept a very strict cheshbon when it came to time. He had a stopwatch out of his pocket, opened his phone for the stopwatch. I have 3 minutes left. This was how the Hachnosas Sefer Torah spread. Walking home from shul for Shavuos. It was a Thursday, Friday, Yom Tov. It was, Friday, Shabbos, Yom Tov. And we're walking along Stamford Hill, right in front of Barclays Bank. Is it still there? Maybe. Across the road, by the crossroad, by the corner, Clapton Common of Stamford Hill. And there's an older Yiddish lady, and she stopped my father, and she says, "Why is the grocery shop closed today?" Came to buy food for Shabbos, and she took the bus and came over here, and she can't buy any groceries because the shop is closed. Why is it closed? We know it's Shavuos, but she didn't know. My father says, "Where are you going to have Yom Tov meal today, Shavuos?" I didn't know it was Yom Tov. My father says, "Why don't you come with us to the house?" So before we got to the house on Lieber Road, my father sent us running home to go home, prepare another plate by the table with a full setting, with knives and forks and everything. And when the lady comes to the house, she shouldn't think we weren't ready for her. And there's many more, much more. This was my father. And Baruch Hashem, he taught me, he educated me, guided me, he taught me by showing me how to be a mensch. Now I have to work on it.